Welcome back to Rare Coin World. Today's video is about a coin that many people have in their old drawers, cup holders, coin jars, or family collections, but they have no idea how valuable it can become. The Liberty Washington Quarter $1979 may look like a regular everyday coin, but as you heard in the intro, if you have this coin, it might turn the tables for you. Stay with the video till the end because its current worth on eBay, auctions, and online platforms may surprise you more than you expect. The 1979 Washington Quarter comes from a decade full of interesting transitions in American coinage. By 1979, the Washington Quarter had been in circulation for nearly 50 years. Originally introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, the design became one of the most iconic and longest-running in U.S. coinage history. The 1979 issue carries all the historical charm of the series plus the unique minting traits of the late 70s. This quarter features the familiar profile of George Washington on the obverse. The reverse depicts the heraldic eagle, a design that represents power, unity, and national strength. During 1979, these coins were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint produced coins with different purposes and collectible potential. The Philadelphia mint struck coins with no mint mark. The Denver mint used the D mint mark, and the San Francisco mint produced proof coins marked with S. These differences create variety and excitement for collectors. Even though millions of these coins were produced, the real value depends heavily on condition, rarity, and special errors. This is why some 1979 quarters sell for only a few dollars, while others have sold for stunning amounts on eBay and auction platforms. The biggest price differences come from uncirculated pieces, proof strikes, error varieties, and coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. Mint errors play a major role in the high value of certain 1979 quarters. Because of the high-speed production methods of the time, mistakes like off-center strikes, double die obverse or reverse, missing clad layers, clipped planchets, and misaligned dies can all be found in this year. Some of these rare errors have already appeared in online listings and have sold for impressive figures when collectors competed for them. Simple errors that look minor to the untrained eye can turn out to be extremely valuable to someone who knows what to look for. In addition to errors, high-grade examples of the 1979 quarter attract strong attention. Coins with sharp details, strong luster, and no circulation marks are considered much more valuable. A 1979 quarter graded MS65, MS66, or higher can bring surprisingly high bids. Collectors appreciate the difficulty of finding clean, well-preserved quarters from this era, because most coins entered. Today's video might completely change the way you look at the coins in your pocket, because the quarter dollar we are talking about has surprised thousands of collectors with its unexpected market value. This is the Liberty Quarter $1776 to 1976, the bicentennial quarter that millions of people still believe is worthless. But if you stay with this video till the end, you will discover how certain varieties of this coin have shaken online auctions, how simple mint mistakes have turned ordinary change into real money, and how your very own coin might be sitting on hidden value that could turn the tables for you. The 1776 to 1976 Liberty Quarter dollar was created for the historic 200th anniversary of the United States. Instead of the usual eagle reverse, the mint replaced it with Jack L. Ayer's special colonial drummer design, symbolizing the spirit of independence. This was one of the largest commemorative coin productions in U.S. history, and millions were minted. But the true story begins with the variations and unexpected minting errors that came along with such massive production. The bicentennial quarter was struck in 2 main metals. One version was the regular copper and nickel-clad coin made for general circulation and minted in enormous numbers at Philadelphia and Denver. The second version was the special silver-clad edition from the San Francisco Mint. created specifically for collectors. While many people stored these sets safely in their homes, over time certain pieces displayed unusual characteristics that now attract collectors willing to pay high amounts. The most interesting part of this coin's history is the period between 1975 and 1976, when the mint was under immense pressure to produce large quantities. During these rushed operations, small defects began to appear. Coins with doubled lettering, die breaks, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, filled dies, weak drummer details and missing clad layers slip through the process. These accidental errors are the reason why some bicentennial quarters today bring strong bids on online platforms like eBay, heritage auctions and great collections. Collectors also pay special attention to the strike quality of this coin. Most bicentennial quarters are known for average details, but a sharply struck example with deep drummer lines, crisp star details and smooth fields can place a coin into a premium category. When grading companies like PCGS or NGC assign a high grade such as MS66 or MS67, the jump in value becomes very noticeable, because only a tiny percentage of coins survive in such perfect condition. The silver variety of this coin also adds another layer to its value story. Many people do not realize that the 40% silver bicentennial quarter is worth more than normal clad quarters even in worn condition. But the highest value appears when these silver coins show signs of unusual toning, proof errors, or a mirrored strike. Today's video is about the 1979 Liberty quarter dollar, a coin that most people ignore in their pockets, but a coin that could turn the tables for you if you understand its real history, hidden errors, and the kind of value collectors are paying right now. So stay with this video till the end, because the price according to eBay and other online platforms will shock you, and knowing how to sell it could help you make a life-changing profit. The story of the 1979 quarter begins at a time when the American Mint was dealing with high levels of circulation demand. Millions of coins were moving across the country every single day, and the quarter was the backbone of everyday transactions. The design featuring George Washington had already gained massive recognition since it first appeared decades earlier, and by 1979 it had become one of the most collected modern denominations. Even though it was produced in huge quantities, this specific year has become popular among collectors because some quarters from 1979 show striking differences, minting anomalies and condition variations that make them far more valuable than their face value. As the mint worked to maintain speed and output, minor die issues, metal planchet imperfections and striking pressure inconsistencies occurred. These flaws were small, almost invisible to common observers, but coin collectors know that such imperfections can turn a regular quarter into a jackpot. Many of the 1979 quarters were struck at a time when some of the dies had begun to wear out, creating doubling on letters, weak details on Washington's features, and rim abnormalities. Coins with these traits are exactly the ones that rise high in auctions. Another aspect that adds value to their 1979 quarter is its survival in high grade. Most quarters that circulated in shops, gas stations, and markets quickly develop scratches, dull surfaces, or dark toning. But a coin that somehow avoided all this and still carries its sharp original shine becomes extremely desirable. Collectors actively hunt for mint state examples because high-grade coins from this period did not survive in large numbers. The historical charm of this coin is also tied to the growing era of modern American numismatics. By the late 70s, more people were beginning to store coins, learn about errors, track prices and participate in auctions, and this increased the value of well-preserved coins. The 1979 quarter reflects the transition from old-style collecting to a modern, digital, global market. Today, the same coin that once traveled through vending machines is now listed online and watched by thousands of collectors worldwide. On platforms like eBay, Heritage, and other online marketplaces, the prices of this quarter strongly depend on its condition. Collectors are willing to pay high amounts for rare high-grade examples and unique error pieces. Several auctions in recent years have shown
1997 Liberty Washington quarter, This small coin might turn the tables for you because many collectors do not realize how valuable certain varieties and high-grade pieces from this year can be. Stick around until the end of the video because I will explain how some of these quarters are sold on online platforms and auctions, how people are making surprising profits, and how you can do the same. And at the end of the video, you will simply comment price in the comment box and I will personally tell you its exact value and full selling procedure. 997. Washington quarter belongs to the final years of the classic eagle reverse design. Before the United States Mint began the massive state quarter program in 1999. This makes 1997 one of the last coins in the original Washington quarter series that had been used since 1932, a design that became a symbol of American tradition, leadership, and national pride. George Washington's portrait on the obverse remained unchanged for decades, reminding everyone of the founding era and the enduring strength of the country as the United States Mint continued. Striking these quarters during the 1990s, the economy was rapidly expanding. The American public was experiencing a rise in technology, new businesses, and increased travel. The quarter became one of the most heavily used coins in vending machines, toll booths, parking meters, arcades, and public transportation systems. Because of this wide use, 1997 quarters circulated extensively, making high-grade, untouched examples rare and valuable today. 1997 sits in a very interesting historical period. It was a time when digital communication, computers, and global trade were expanding rapidly. The 1997 quarter passed through hands, representing a society moving toward a new era. Yet its design remained traditional, connecting modern America with its historical roots. Collectors today appreciate this contrast, and many seek coins from the final years before the quarter's redesign began. The quarter's reverse design, featuring the American eagle with wings spread confidently, had become an iconic symbol by 1997. This design was originally created to celebrate Washington's leadership and the country's freedom, and it remained an important part of American coinage for decades. Even though millions were minted in 1997, the value today depends heavily on quality and minting varieties. Sharp details, strong luster, and minimal marks can increase the worth significantly, especially in graded conditions from professional services. As the mint approached the end of the Eagle Reverse series, production quality varied at times, leading to small minting errors that collectors now search for. Double dies, missing clad layers, off-center strikes, broad-struck planchets, and filled letter varieties can turn an ordinary circulating quarter into a valuable collectible. Many of these errors from 1997 have appeared on online auction platforms.
Of the Liberty Washington quarter dollar. 1973 might completely shock you. Many collectors overlook this year, but what they don't realize is that one rare error, or one high-grade piece from 1973 can turn the tables. For you in a way you never expected. After the intro you will understand why this quarter has recently gained massive attention across eBay, online marketplaces, and nationwide auctions. Stick around till the very end for its real market value and how you can sell it. But in the final part of this video you will comment your coin details in the comment box and I will tell you its exact worth and the complete selling procedure. The 1973 Washington quarter comes from a unique period in American coinage history. The United States Mint was fully settled into the copper-nickel clad era, but the early 70s were still producing unpredictable minting results. Machines were being pushed beyond their limits. Dies were being used longer than usual, and quality control standards were struggling to keep up with rising production demands. Because of that, the 1973 quarter carries hidden varieties and minting quirks that collectors chase today, turning an ordinary-looking coin into an unexpected jackpot. The classic design featuring the portrait of George Washington had already become a national symbol by this time. Yet even with such a familiar design, each year carried subtle differences in strike quality, die sharpness, and metal texture. In 1973, many quarters were struck with slightly weaker dies, resulting in soft details around the hair curls, lettering, and eagle feathers. But the coins that escaped this weakness, the ones struck by fresh dies early in the cycle, have become some of the most desirable and highest selling examples today. Collectors pay extremely close attention to the reverse as well. The eagle's wings, tail feathers, and arrows provide key clues about the condition and strike quality. A perfectly struck 1973 quarter with strong luster and no scratches instantly stands out, especially since most of these coins entered heavy circulation and lost their original brilliance decades ago. Finding one today in near mint state from pocket change is incredibly rare, which is exactly why the value has gone up in online markets. Meanwhile, era coins from 1973 have become a hot topic. Off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks across the portrait, doubling on the letters, and even misaligned dies have been spotted. Some of these errors were ignored for years because the 1973 quarter wasn't considered a high-value coin. But once collectors started listing these errors on eBay and the bidding began rising, the real potential of this year became clear. Another reason this quarter has gained popularity is the increasing number of new collectors entering the hobby. They start by searching for earlier clad dates like